Hey guys, what is up? I'm Jack and we are back and I've got 8 graphics mods for you in the Skyrim Special Edition for the Xbox One. Today we've got Enhanced Blood Textures, Skyland, Graphics Overhaul, Lush Overhaul, Dense Grass, Project Hippie, SMIM and Realistic Water 2. Now there's quite a few mods here and that is because I found that they all actually work together. I haven't found any clashes as of yet. They've all been working smoothly and they all make the game look a lot nicer. Big shout out to the Gingerbread Man 22 over on Reddit who actually sent me a lot of these mods via a list he gave me. So I thought the easiest way to do this would just be to show you before and afters of these mods in action in the game. And at the end I've got a few screenshots to show you as well from the actual makers of the mods themselves, just to sort of show you what's going on here. So you've got a before shot here of Whiterun and then an after shot. Now you can see instantly the ground looks a lot different. It's a lot more detailed. The barrels are a lot more detailed. There's moss growing up the side of the beams. All the houses look more run down. There's more plant life. You can't see it so much in this particular shot, but you can sort of see bits of it. And the plant life that there is actually a lot lusher and a lot sharper. It looks a lot more realistic. It sways in the wind and so forth. I think that it makes the towns in this game look a lot more lived in, a lot more like old-fashioned, more like what they would be for a sort of era that Skyrim's set in, with like dragons and ancient mythology. Now, this is a before shot of the fire inside Bree's home. Now pay close attention to the floor here and you're going to see the Skyrim graphics overhaul doing its thing and the static mesh improvement mod doing its thing also. You can see that the walls look a lot more rugged, all the beams look a lot better, the ground looks a lot more texturized, it's, more like old, basically, is the word I'm looking for. And if you look at the rugs here, you can see that they definitely look a bit tattier, a bit more run down, and definitely there's more of sort of depth to these. Now, as again, here are the tables. You can see that the tables and the chairs, again, look around on the floor and the walls. You're going to see that they look a lot better, in my personal opinion as well. You know, they look more 3D. They look more realistic. They look good. You know, they look like something that fits the rest of the aesthetics rather well. Because as I said, these mods all feed off of each other and they all pick up on bits that other mods have left. Now this is Riverwood, and you're going to see obviously that there's a lot more trees around at the moment. That's due to the Lush Overhaul, and Project Hippie will be working together there to give you a lot more grass and a lot more plant life. So you see, this is just your standard vanilla. And obviously there's a lot more trees added. Now trees, they're not intrusive. I find that they're added quite well in the places that they need to be. And they're also really lush trees. They're good. The trees are, the leaves sway in the wind and so forth, and they just look better than, in my opinion, than standard vanilla. Now here's a really good example of the static mesh improvement mod doing its thing, because if you look at the rope here, it looks a bit bland and it looks like just part of the texture, but the static mesh improvement mod does this, and it does it with so many different items in the game. That mod is big. It's a good, around about a gig I think to download, which for a mod that just does textures is huge, and it really does make the game feel a lot more realistic. And for someone like me who appreciates the little things like that, it's really good, and I like it a lot, and I can notice it in a lot of different places. Now this is just your standard plains sort of area of Skyrim. I've just picked outside of Whiterun here, and you can see that afterwards, once I've had the dense grass and the lush overhaul installed, there's a lot more plant life, a lot more greenery. The trees look a lot more filled out, and you can sort of see here Realistic Water 2 doing its thing. The water looks a lot calmer, a lot smoother. Even the steam coming off of it looks a lot nicer, in my personal opinion. It doesn't look as murky. It looks dirty, but it's meant to. There's different types of water for different areas in the game. You'll be able to see that if you hop over to the Nexus and just search it, or click on the link that will be in the description. I mean, the normal water is fine, as you can see here, but I think personally it looks a little bit too murky and a little bit too shiny. It looks a bit fake. And I think Realistic Water 2, does a really good job of just taking that away. And it adds a lot of other cool aspects as well. Now here are just some stills from some of the other ones that are a bit more difficult to show you. As you can see here, Realistic Blood really makes the game gruesome. The decapitations are grim, as you can see on the right hand side there. It's gruesome. Now this is a shot from the Skyrim graphics overhaul. You can see here that the pathways are very detailed, and I think it was described as 4K textures on a 2K budget, and I'd say that's pretty accurate. They look really good. Now as you can see here, I was talking about waves and stuff coming from Realistic Water 2. So I mean, that's pretty much a really brief, and it was brief, overhaul of just all of these mods and how they work really well together. They're all on Xbox currently at the moment. I'm not sure about PlayStation, but probably not the way mods seem to be going for that, unfortunately. So check it all out. All the links will be down in the to the Nexus down below. But that is pretty much all I have time for, and I don't want to waste any more of your guys' day. If you have any questions or anything that you want to know, or any mods that you want me to review next week maybe, let me know. I am going to turn this into a bi-weekly series. But other than that, thanks for listening to me ramble on. As always, thank you for your suggestions if you're over on Reddit or on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. See ya.